This is the all-new 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo truck. And well, in this video, you're going to find out a whole lot more than whether it's, more truck or, well, kind of like a low-rider SUV type vehicle. Well, whatever your hat preference might be when driving this truck, I'm going to be covering everything you need to know, all the must-know information on the Ford Maverick Lobo, as well as just the general Maverick lineup, because this is potentially the right truck for you. It's SUV priced with all the practicality of a truck. It's right sized. I'm going to show you how it's right sized. We're also going to be covering road test manners. How does the engine and transmission, because this has kind of a unique transmission compared to the other Mavericks. It's a 7-speed. We'll get into all that. So we'll start off the video with covering the style. Then we're going to be covering how it drives, how you can use it, the suspension, the acceleration, really everything you need to know, the pricing, and whether the Lobo is the right Maverick to get for you. Okay, that's fast. That's no complaints. That has some good, very good acceleration.
Hit like and subscribe to really help us out.
All right, so before we get to the road test, which is, the pedal to the metal part, the fun part, let's cover all the need to know about the exterior styling, the performance of the vehicle before actually living and testing the performance. So let's start with styling. For styling, this has a very unique style. It's not like any other Ford Maverick, so don't judge all Ford Mavericks by this. One, you might love it, you might hate it. I was having a conversation with Marie earlier, and she wasn't sure yet about the grille. She was saying that it was looking kind of a bit like I think she said something along the lines of heating core or whatnot. So the grille is definitely different. Not a lot of vehicles on the market have a vertical grille. Most of the designs are more of in a horizontal direction, but I like it because it's different without being, how do I say this nicely? EV, electric vehicle, different. Ford makes a very, the Mustang Mach-E EV looks very much like a regular, a very nice SUV. The Lightning looks like a regular truck, more or less, but some automakers, when they come out with an electric vehicle, feel that they have to make it look very futuristic and spacey. Well, that's not that kind of different. It's not that much of a leap in difference. And this is actually pretty interesting because this Lobo, it's only $44,000 and a few $100 Canadian. So it's actually, the Lobo comes in at, well, XLT pricing. So it's very interesting because you're getting a whole lot of difference. It's nice. It's almost like a different model. So you've got the grille, pretty easy to see. You've got the lights here, and they are LED lights. So you see the LED rope light there looking pretty sharp and spiffy. Most of the vehicle actually has a lot of gloss black on it. This is one of the few pieces that's going to be flat black, and that makes a lot of sense. It might not be as stylish, but this is an area that's going to be picking up stone chips. It's going to be picking up, bug juice that dries on salt, calcium. When you go to wash this, if it was gloss black, it would get all scratched up. So it's actually very convenient that it's flat black, despite a little loss on looks. But if you want gloss black, there's a lot of it on the vehicle. All the Lobo models, whether you're getting the Lobo that's like an XLT Lobo-ized, I think in Spanish that means wolf. If you go with the Lariat version, well, there's like a Lariat Lobo, and it's about $5,000–6,000 more. It comes with a black gloss top. The mirrors are going to be painted body color, and flat black. You'll get it for part of the badge here. And Lobo is written in gloss black. So we'll start moving around the vehicle. Bottom plastic is flat plastic as well, so not quite as sharp as gloss black, but a whole lot better for once you actually own the vehicle for more than a few weeks. You're gonna be happy. That doesn't get scratched up very easily, very durable. The lights, like I said earlier, LED, you might wanna consider getting the lights wrapped, because with time, they're gonna pick up stone chips, they're gonna pick up little, bug marks, and they might, over a very long period of time, fade. So do consider getting a wrap on the lights. You might also wanna consider getting a clear wrap on part of the hood, or even the whole hood, to protect you against stone chips. Now moving over to the side, not everyone's cup of tea or not everyone's favorite dinner plate, but I actually like the dinner plate look. The high gloss black wheels. So you got the gloss black wheels. I think actually they look fantastic. One thing to keep in mind though is you are going to be washing these pretty often, and you might want to consider a ceramic detailer on it so that it can be nice and easy to just pressure wash them off to get them clean instead of actually having to do a contact wash every time. Just a little tip for saving a little bit of time. Now as we move over, you can see here a little more clearly since we're up and close now, the logo, you got black, flat black, plastic around the logo, Lobo written in gloss black. This is pretty nice, keyless entry. So as long as you have the key somewhere on you, if you're, your purse, your pocket, wherever it may be, if you have the key on you, you put your hands in the handle, it unlocks. If you put your thumb over the little lines on the handle, so I did say this would be a must-know video. We're really going to cover everything you need to know about the Ford Maverick. So the little plastic lines on the handle, you put your thumb there and the car locks up. So walking away from the vehicle, you don't need to take the key out of your pocket. And that's pretty important in Canada because when it's, minus 20, you don't want to be taking your gloves off. Okay, which pocket did I put the keys in? Digging around in your purse. It's nice. You just put your thumb there. It's locked up. You walk away. So space-wise, if you want to come over here, well, the back doesn't have the key. So 44,400 gets you a very nice interior, and space-wise, the front seat is set up for someone who's more than 6 feet, and I've got leftover space. I got a little cubby here. This is a 5-seater, so 3 people can be back here. I don't suggest 3 very large people, and you've got a little holder right here. The back windows are tinted a good amount. The front windows are tinted, very lightly because more and it would be illegal. Doors close nicely. You can see the vehicle's actually the sound deadening is actually quite good. You can see the doors are really thick here, and the sound deadening uses recycled blue jeans or reused cut up blue jeans compacted. So really good sound deadening. Good sound, good thump when you close the door. Good quality there. You've got the LED lights even in the back. So that's a very good look. I do try every time I review a vehicle to bring the vehicle out at night. Little boot at night, or at least show you the headlights and how effective or not they are at night. So stay tuned for that. The Ford logo in black. You got the backup camera. Do keep in mind, if it's dirty, please don't rub it. It's a plastic lens, and visibility will go down quickly. Really worth taking the time to mention the body kit on the Lobo. As you can see here is really, really cool. Really nice. You got backup sonar, backup camera, of course, LED lights here. You got the great looking body kit. Even the body kit around the hitch here just looks fantastic. And the wheels, you're either gonna love them or hate them, but you can see along the bottom here, let's take a better look. Really nice lines to the bottom of this body kit. Black roof up top, and the design is just fantastic. And they did make an effort to make the hood extraordinary. It's not just a flat hood. You can see the rise here, the drop, even the little mini drop up here, maybe a little harder to see on white or at this angle. You can see it there. Really, really nicely designed vehicle. Very sharp looking. Let me know what's important is what you think. So let me know in the comments what you think of the design of the 2025 Ford Maverick Lobo. And I find this truck is right sized because, okay, 4.5 foot bed, it does look small, but it's certainly the right height. I can easily take things in and out of the back of the Maverick without necessarily having to open the tailgate, which is a reason you might also want to consider one of Ford's hard folding, hard roll up, or soft folding bed covers. Now, pretty interesting when you can actually unclip here and clip it up here. And now you've got the bed, the tailgate at not quite a 45-degree angle, but you can put in 4x8 plywood from the tailgate sticking out. So we got 4.5 feet. You have 4x8, so 4 feet by 8 feet in there, and you can get over 300 pounds if I recall correctly, and I'll get the stat spot on in the little details on the bottom, but I believe you can actually have 400 pounds. So it's roughly 10 sheets of 4x8 in here. And pretty easy to put back. So you can have it full down, full up tailgate, halfway. Use much more than 4.5 feet. You've got hooks in the bed. So you've got 4 tie down hooks. And you have a nice little cubby hole here to put things away, the things you want to keep out of sight. You also have some tie downs on the bed. And with Ford, you can either from factory, if you order it up, or find one at a dealer. You can either get them with a plastic bed or the spray-in bed liner. Now, very interesting, the Lariat actually comes with a spray-in bed liner. Comes with a spray-in bed liner as standard if you're getting the Lariat model. The Lariat model would be roughly 50,000 Canadian, so not a whole lot more money, about 49,500 actually. This is 44,500. Great option. So stay with us. Tomorrow, we're gonna go for a nice road test. Take it through the bendies, a lot of bumps, no jumps. Pedal to the metal to test out the 238 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque that this has, coming from the 7-speed transmission. Yes, 7-speed automatic transmission, no manual. And yes, the other Mavericks are an 8-speed transmission or an ECVT transmission. So looking forward to trying this one out because it's different than the others. So stay tuned. So far, thank you so much. Just want to really say that we're really appreciative, blessed that you support this small family business. So thank you so much for watching. Let's get to the road test.